to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. It's wee hours in the morning. I tell you, my wife gets upset at me because I get up so early. Man, uh, got some real. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we're living in the end days. I mean, ready or not, here it is. We are definitely living in the end days. We got some serious information on a serious situation, rather. Pakistan, as Al Jazeera title reads, Pakistan shoots down two Indian fighter jets, military. Now, what's important about this is right here in the first paragraph, right up here. Pakistan shot down two Indian Air Force fighter jets and launched airstrikes at six targets in Indian-administered Kashmir, its military says, in a dramatic ratcheting up of tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. Now we have two nuclear-armed, they're armed to the teeth with nuclear weapons, and they're going at one another. Now this is they've been exchanging fire. They shot down jets. They had a terrorist attack. This is going into a full-fledged war. Now, my concern is, and I'm sure it's your concern too, if one side starts beating the other side and decides to overtake that country, then the last resort will, of course, be to use nuclear weapons. And that's the problem right there. I'm trying to think. We haven't really had a war where not to my memory, two nuclear-powered countries went to war with each other. Direct war, not proxy wars or anything like that, but direct wars with one another. It's no doubt that eventually nuclear weapons are going to be used. I mean, the longer we live on Earth, the more chances that nuclear weapons will be used. And it brings me back, and I'm going to go there. I say that all the time. I'm going to go there in 2 Peter chapter 3, and let's go verse 10. But the day of the Lord, notice that they call it the day of the Lord, and I know we went over this before, but I wanted to readdress it, will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens, now, when they talk about heavens here, they're talking about the first heaven, where the clouds are, shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that therein shall be burned up. I don't think Peter grasped the understanding what he was pinning. Okay, now here's the interesting thing. Go down to verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, they call it the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. He describes again, within just a few verses, he describes it again. And whenever the Bible repeats the same thing real closely together, it just screams out importance. I mean, it just shouts importance. Like Peter was really trying to get this point across. It was heavy on his heart probably. He probably had no idea what he was penning, but in my opinion, he was penning a nuclear war. Now, I am not saying that Pakistan and India is going to nuclear war. All I'm saying that war is in the beginning stages of Pakistan and India, and both of them are nuclear armed to the teeth countries. And if one overtakes the other country, then the last resort of that country, like any country that's fixing to be overrun that has nuclear weapons, they will opt to use the nuclear weapons, without a doubt. It goes to show you the day we're living in. Wars and rumors of wars. Distressing nations with perplexity, like in Venezuela. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't given your heart to Christ, I plead with you, now is the time. Be prepared. Be prepared for what's coming upon the earth. I beg of you. We got a video like I always do, and I just wanted to briefly give that intro before we show this video from Global One. Uh, it's two nuclear armed countries going head to head, and it's serious. It could be something very, very serious that some people may overlook, but don't forget they're two nuclear powered, nuclear armed countries. With that being said, on a different note, changing subjects, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching Jerusalem's Gate. If you like to follow Jerusalem's Gate, and we pray that you do, we ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And hey, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. We make no money here at Jerusalem's Gate. We do it strictly for the love of getting the news out with a Christian perspective. We love you. Here comes the video.
Pakistan has confirmed it shot down 2 Indian jets in its airspace. A military spokesman said February 27th the shooting came as Indian aircraft crossed through Pakistan territory in Kashmir. One Indian pilot was also arrested. The strike comes on the same day India claimed it intercepted 3 Pakistani jets flying over its controlled zone in Kashmir. On February 26, India said it launched airstrikes that completely destroyed a significant base of militant group Jaish-e-Mohammed located in Pakistan. Pakistan slammed the attack, which it said was a violation of its sovereignty. The country also called it reckless and fictitious and said India didn't hit anything but a wooded area. The conflict between the two countries, both claiming Kashmir, has worsened following a recent suicide bombing by Jaish-e-Mohammed that killed scores of Indian soldiers. As tensions rise, at least 6 Pakistani civilians, including children, have been reportedly killed due to Indian shelling. For Global One in Metro Manila, I am Crystal Yap.